It's time for...
The Pizza Knights open a box containing items relevant to the board gaming hobby.
Hi, we're the Pizza Knights.
And we're gonna do a box opening.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Mainly because, okay, little backstory. I really like BattleCon by Level 99 Studios.
I think we've talked about Level 99 before.
We've mentioned it lots of times.
We might be fangirls about them.
Slightly.
Okay.
So, last year, they did a Kickstarter for War of Indines Remastered, because War of Indines was their first game, and it was cheaply made. I mean, it was one dude in his garage.
Which is where a lot of board games get started.
Right.
You can't knock it for that.
But it was fully compatible with Devastation, which was their second release, but the component quality was nowhere near Devastation. Like, Devastation was so much more upgraded. So they decided, let's take all the old stuff and bring it up to speed with the new artwork and the new component quality. So I backed it at what's called the Fighter Deluxe tier, which was a lot.
Just a bit.
So it came with, like, all of the new stuff for BattleCon, plus some promos and stuff for BattleCon. And this is that box. It came in the mail today. It's about 1,400 tons of cardboard. And we're gonna open it up and fangirl.
And I just want to mention something. Level 99 with their Kickstarters have so many great things for hitting goals. Their goals are just phenomenal.
Stretch goals. Well, and the best part is, with their stretch goals for the game itself, they put those into the retail copy of the game
Yes,
afterwards.
it is.
So it's not just, like, sure, they have some Kickstarter exclusive things, like the promo characters, but for the most part, the stuff will be in the retail copies, because it's just like, hey, let's upgrade it.
Because you got so much more than we were expecting when you first backed it.
Alright, so, well, I can already see playmats. So this is the 3 pages of stuff I got.
3 pages. Like I just said.
That's just the email they gave me a while ago.
These are what I'm super excited
These
about.
are 3 half mats.
So if you don't know what BattleCon is, it's like Street Fighter via board game.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter, Tekken, or Marvel vs. Capcom, the board game.
Just a fighting game, but a board game style.
That's Jaeger against Carolyn. So, they made these what are called half mats. You basically put 2 of them together and you get 1 game board.
Demonstrate.
So I can demonstrate. Aww. So the game board's in the middle, and you have your discard piles and your life tracker.
And this is the arena.
Yeah, where you fight on here. So this one has Brock's favorite character, Jaeger, and then Carolyn. And then we've got Eustace and Hekach, who is from the war. He's a crazy assassin dude. And finally, Boko and a guy I forgot, Trius, I believe his name is.
Yes, that's what's right.
So this is like Battle of the Bands. So those are absolutely
Gorgeous.
freaking phenomenal.
And
These are huge. I thought they'd be smaller.
yeah, so did I. These are full-size playmats.
These are oversized playmats.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we can compare with my Metroid playmat. Let's see.
These are full-size, yeah.
I think they're... Yep, they're same size. Okay.
size, yeah.
I'm just okay. They're a little thicker, actually.
Are they?
Slightly thicker.
Yeah, they are. This is great quality already.
Freaking awesome quality.
Wasn't this one of the stretch goals, or did this?
These were promos.
These were promos.
But I believe the stretch goal was the artwork.
Because these mats, we've opened one thing up and I'm already
This
like, oh my
is
god,
incredible.
Oh, we're gonna get sued.
We're back! Hey! Alright, so we did some math while she was making her garlic noodles. And this package was 14.5 pounds worth of games.
14.5 pound for a game.
Yeah, just lots of stuff for a game. Alright, so these are all the promos. Promo characters that I'm excited for. Let's see. So we've got
Okay, so
Vincent Gray.
how each character works is they have outfits,
Yep, costumes.
and they also have these references cards on it, which means if you patch a base and a move together, that's the attack and damage you're going to be doing and the effect you have for it. So,
Alright, so I got 10 promo characters. One of which is the one I was waiting for, and that's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee himself.
they actually got permission from...
Yes, from there was another Kickstarter going on for a Bruce Lee board game, and Level 99 talked to them, and it was all with permission of the Bruce Lee estate and all that stuff.
So it's very cool that they got to use Bruce Lee in a fighting game.
And vice versa in the Bruce Lee game, which I didn't back because I just didn't want it. There was a Battlecon character within that, so I thought that was really cool.
That's very cool. These are the buttons.
What else we got?
I think
What are these?
Battlecon Online.
A flyer for that, which is currently on Kickstarter right now. I'm totally back.
We'll check it and see if
It's a letter from Brad.
Oh, awesome.
Not actually signed, but hey, it's still nice. Dear friend, Battlecon War Remastered Edition, and a great big bundle of other stuff as well, is here at last. The games you hold now are the result of your support, patience, and enthusiasm. We couldn't have made this new edition of Battlecon possible without you. And what edition it is. I don't think I've ever been prouder of a final product of one of our projects than I am with this one. I hope you agree, and that Battlecon War Remastered, Fate of Indines, and the other expansions bring you many, many hours of fun and competitive excitement with friends and family. Don't worry, Brad. They will. Fantastic, thank you.
And then we'll try to make sure we add their web address for their site
below, because we can't put it on the annotation.
They also came with 2 different games by Local 99 that's just dice related.
These are interesting. This is Skullduggery by John Harmley. This just needs a 6-sided. Oh, see, these are like tiny micro.
And these are 2 Daniel Souls.
Oh, Daniel Solis. Probably best known. I know him best as he does a lot of blogs on graphic design for board games, and I think he currently is the one doing the Patreon for the open source board game icons set. Fantastic work, by the way. I love those icons, but cool. And he's also a game designer. He's got a couple here, and those look neat. I didn't know those were part of it, honestly.
No, neither did I. So
that's cool.
Free games are always nice games.
Our first box. Light and Shadow. So originally what they wanted in this was a bunch of holofoil and special shadow stand-ups, but they couldn't get holofoil cardboard stand-ups ridiculously expensive, they later found out. So I think they're just special artwork, I believe.
Which would be, it's still awesome.
Yes, but this adds a lot of like hyper powerful cards for like 3v1 duels and stuff. Oh, and foil bases.
They did make foil cards.
Sorry, foil bases. Oh, I didn't know that. And it looks like a bunch of alternate costumes for characters.
What was new?
Yeah. No, this is Almighty. Also, they did all new artwork for all of the bases with these new red and blue dudes by Fabio Fontes himself, who is awesome and
very good artist.
We will open those.
Very talented.
But yeah, so that looks like a bunch of EX character cards and Almighty character cards. So it looks like just really powerful versions of different of all the fighters currently in the game, minus the promo characters because they don't do balance stuff.
These might actually be good cards to use for somebody who might be first starting. And
right, you give them like an Almighty, and you give, so just exactly.
Just a thought that came to my mind right now. That is scary. And he's one of my favorites.
That is terrifying. Look at him. Alright, so that's really awesome. What is that
More
one?
Indines Extended.
One thing I'm sad about. They do an extended edition for all of their box games. They haven't done one for Fate yet, but I imagine they will. After this Kickstarter, all of Devastation of Indines Extended Editions will come in a box like this. When I bought mine, which was right after he got Devastation for me for my birthday.
Looking out for friends.
Right? The extended editions just were a bunch of sheets of cardboard and the cards wrapped in plastic. And I mean, you get all this exact same stuff. And honestly, I wasn't going to keep it anyway, because I just put everything in the main box. But let's see what's... I know the extended editions come with alternate costumes for all the characters in their respective games, as well as some extra stuff. Some more striker cards. Oh, Force Gauge, which is a new way to do finishers.
So now you can actually see kind of what the characters look like when they're on their stands, and how they sit on stands, and then you use them on the board.
Yeah, they just move
So this is your examples of those, and the new artwork for some of the characters. So, very cool.
Right? Oh, more locations. I haven't played with locations yet, but I really want to, because they add just some extra rules.
Each location just adds a bit more. It's more of like an advanced
extra
style.
Rule, yeah, extra rule or two. So that's cool. I'm not gonna pop anything out because then this video would be about 3 hours long. We're just gonna show you what you get. What is that one? Armory. This one I'm actually fairly excited for. It's a thinner box than the other two. But basically what Armory, the idea of Armory is that it's basically a bunch of like equipment, and before a fight you can put a bunch of equipment on your fighters and stuff, so you can like customize your fighters beforehand.
So because there are different styles of play too, like you can actually play through a dungeon that they've actually pre-set up and stuff, and so you can buy items through that campaign, and this adds some stuff to that as well.
So we've got a bunch of gear cards and then a bunch of extra sets of bases. Oh, and then the weapon bases.
Weapon bases?
Yeah, so they're like these yo-yo. So it's like bases if you do like a weapon fighting.
That's really cool.
That's really neat. I like
dig that.
The death
There's an
duel.
eagle punch. It says eagle punch.
Eagle punch.
It looks like a phoenix punch.
That's really cool. Oh, there's dive kick in there. Reference. If you don't get that reference, Google dive kick. But cool. Just more game modes. Never a bad thing.
Level 99 is phenomenal at giving you multiple game modes within one game.
Yeah, so like this is BattleCon, and I think they're I think in Devastation itself, which I consider like the main base game, I think there's at least 7 or 8. I did an annotation in one of our first bites when I was explaining. We played Cell Swords, and I explained how Level 99 really likes to do alternate game modes within games, and so I like edited in. Because I said some numbers, I was like, I don't think that's right, and then I edited it in because I actually counted. Go watch that video if you want that.
We might be able to post the links.
Doing that last.
We're doing it live.
I'm doing that last too. So here is Noir of Indines. Now, Noir Black Box was also being printed alongside this, which he has.
I don't have it with me.
That's fine. Basically, it's a deduction game, not like Werewolf so much, but like it's actual deduction.
Your spies figuring out who's innocent, who's guilty. There's once again 100 different versions of how to play that.
Oh.
The way that we've played it mostly is the team. So you have 2 teams of spies, and you're trying to figure out the other 2 teams, and the first person to kill 3 spies wins. Because when you get eliminated, you just get a new spy. It's very simple. Different game. We'll explain that later.
So, wow. Okay. So essentially, all this is Noir with with all the BattleCon characters, and it's awesome. It's like full color artwork.
Oh, dude.
It looks freaking great, man. There he is.
There's
Jaeger. Gotta have him. He's like one of the
fun thing about Jaeger, just besides fun fact, he's actually a wolf when you first meet him in...
in Devastation of Indines, he has a sister named Karen, and she is the fighter in Devastation, and it's Karen and Jaeger, because they both fight together, but he is the wolf. And, but he's actually a werewolf, so in Fate of Indines, that one over there, he is a playable fighter.
So I've been waiting for this and been super excited. Like I said, Fangirl's over level 99, so I use Jaeger in any game we play usually, so he'll probably be my new favorite character.
I like that. Now let's do Fate first, and then we'll get to the
Alright, this is Fate of Indines, one of the piece de la resistance.
So, how this happened, basically Fate of Indines wasn't originally part of this Kickstarter, but what happened is they had a ton of stretch goals for like voter fighters. People could vote on what fighters they wanted to see, and basically it got to the point where they're like, let's just make another box set. And so this is actually the smallest, you can consider this like the entry game to the BattleCon system because it's 10 fighters, it comes with a little travel board, but everything you need to play. So if you want to get into BattleCon but not spend the $75 for Devastation, which is totally worth it by the way, I think this is going to be 30 or 40. So I think actually 30 because I think that's
30.
40.
This is 40.
Or 50. I don't know the exact price. I'll have to look it up later. But this is like the entry level. It's got 2 of the fighters were already going to be in the box no matter what, and the rest of them, 7 of them were voted on by the Kickstarter backers.
And yes, we did vote on them.
Oh yeah.
And my favorite did not get picked.
Jaeger? He's right there.
No.
Oh.
Besides Jaeger.
Oh, yeah, a couple of my favorites did, but you get to vote on like as many as you want, and then they did like
the bartender wasn't picked, right?
Yeah, no, he wasn't. O'Brien, not Brian, not O'Brien. Wardlaw O'Brien's great. I forgot his name, but he was...
He threw stuff. That's what
basically, his lore was that he's a bartender that always finds himself in the bar where the pipe breaks out, so he just constantly throws things and runs away. And I was like, oh man, that'd be so much fun to play. So let's take a look here. I know one of the fighters, Eerie, on the back here, she's basically Sailor Moon that turns into Cthulhu.
And this is also, if you go back to the mats, this is where...
Claims
Yeah, you can play it, man. That's fine.
Eustace is also introduced in this set.
Yes, Lord Eustace, the skeleton.
The skeleton, the pimp de la resistance.
I like that they're doing this for all the new versions. They give you the rule book and the fighter guide separate. Originally they were together and the fighter guide was just the back of the rule book, but I like having the fighter guide separate because then you can just be like, oh, here's the list of fighters, flip through them and see which one you want to play. Easy.
It makes it a lot easier for new players to introduce new players and stuff like that.
So
When I introduced Derek to this game, it was probably not the best way to do it. I beat him up pretty bad.
What the hell in color is that? What the? I have no idea what that is.
I think you can.
That is a tiny board. But no, they designed this as kind of like a travel-sized set. You got your stands, you've got the little plastic bits you have to put together
It's
for the.
I think the more you beat her, the more you can evolve her or something to make her harder. Maybe? Or.
I have no idea, honestly. I'd have to read.
We'd have to look at that one, but we have no idea what this one is. More game moves.
She has. I think that's what she. I think that's her basic power. Is she changes over the course of the game. Which is kind of really cool. That's actually
really interesting.
I like that a lot. Yeah, there were I think like 30 different characters to vote on, and only 7 got in. So they still have like a bazillion ideas for fighters. Like they pump out ideas for fighters. Like
there is supposed to be more coming out.
I think Wanderers is going to come out eventually, which is all fan-created characters, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
So there's that one, and finally,
this is what we all been waiting for. I've been
waiting for.
More of Indines.
So
the box is the thickest of all of them so far.
It's as deep as Devastation, but half as long. I think exactly. But this used to be in a box like this. They originally came in like fat pack boxes, essentially, and everything was tiny and kind of finicky, but the game was all there. So basically the changes they made were slight rebalancing. All the artwork was redone by Nokamento, who is the artist who does all the fighters, and she is amazing.
Very talented artist.
And put it all in one box. I think I added some extra stuff, but let's see, 6, 12, 8, yeah, 18 fighters. That's how many they had in the full game.
Box fight.
You can do it.
Nope.
No, it's already gassed out. So you got the, they always give you a little flight sheet that shows you the difficulties of each fighter. Simple.
Rulebook, and then they also have the separate fighter and
Fighter guide.
mode guide.
And the one thing I was really excited for, a poster. I'm actually gonna stand up for this. Because this poster shows all of the fighters for Devastation, War, and then if we move it down a bit so it's in the frame, Fate. And then on the back side is just a really kick-ass poster. That is absolutely cool. That was, I know, a stretch goal.
No, that's just the characters that are out now.
Yeah. That's just all the current characters. Oh crap, I don't know how to fold this up. There we go.
We'll figure it out.
I get it. Okay.
Alright, the great thing that they also do is they always rank their fighters into a basic, an intermediate, and an advanced. So if you feel like you need to learn more about the characters and stuff, you can always look at these and look at which characters they believe are easier to use to the more difficult advanced ones. Right. Going back to the idea of a handicap for beginners versus a more advanced player. Mm-hmm. Make that advanced player play a harder person and make the newer person just play a beginner one so they can understand the game.
It basically just comes down to how that fighter works and how easy it is to understand. Like the easy level fighters are usually like, oh, they get tokens that you can use to give them more power. Very simple stuff like that. Whereas like later characters, you have like more advanced tier, you have like other things you control at the same time. It can get a little ridiculous. Same board as Fate, I believe. Yep. Same size. Not bad.
Arena cards.
More arena cards. All the little folders they give you to organize your stuff. I use bags.
We use folders and bags in your game.
Ooh.
Because the folders are great. You can put everything for the character in them, but then we use the bags so you can also put their individual tokens in with them if they have tokens. It just makes it a little bit more organized.
I think I got an extra token. That's fine. This was just at the bottom of the box. There's a little extra token, but none of them fell out of the cardboard.
You might need it.
Maybe. It might have been like a after-effect thing. All the new artwork for the bases, got Red Dude and Blue Dude fighting it out. That's awesome.
I really like the Red Dude, Blue Dude.
Yeah.
I feel a connection with them.
They also, how they wrap their cards is they recommend, they have what are called flights. So you open up like Flight 1 when you first play, and play with these to get used to it, and then open Flight 2.
This card is already intrigued me. It's blank. So we
Blank
can make
bases.
our own card.
That's really cool, actually.
I want to make a pizza night strike.
Oh, fucking the pizza night. Let me check the rule book.
These are the stands that they provide.
They're okay.
They're okay. TJ actually got different ones.
The Fantasy Flight ones I like a little better, but hey, that's fine.
To each their own. They're not hard to use. Just make sure you come in at the corner so you don't rip the bottom of the cardboard off because
one blank
are
fighter.
stands.
Yeah, no, they basically give you enough blanks to make a your own fighter. That's really cool. So you have enough blank cards to make your own fighter character. That's wicked. Those are for the spinners. Yeah. Yep. I think those are the same ones they use for Devastation. That's totally cool. And I think Brad said that that's like the most expensive part in the game.
Which is impressive since they are
tiny and these are
this
actually
big.
These actually have it's hard to tell from video, but the cover is actually like really thick, and then the page, so it's almost like bound. It's kind of yeah, almost. It's not like bound, but
Brad, you should sign every single one of these.
Please sign all of my things. It will take 18
Please don't.
hours. No,
We don't want you to lose your hand.
Or it would just fall off. Sign every character.
Or just one. We would love to have one.
So, yeah.
Jaeger sign.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So I'm just gonna show you some more of the. Oh, that's kind of sad. Oh well. That character's slightly smaller than the other ones. No big deal. I'm just gonna show you some of the promo fighters. These were all promos for the Kickstarter specifically. Most of them are from other IPs or other companies. So we have, like, I showed you Bruce Lee, I showed you already. Aneth was actually a boss in Devastation, the secret boss. And I think this is either her boss or a playable character of her. I don't know, I'd have to open it. We've got...
I think it's a playable version of
it
her.
might be, I think you're right. We've got, I thought there was another...
No, you heard us talking about bases and stuff. Usually with promo characters, they come with their own individual bases.
Some of them.
Some of them.
But not all of them.
I highly advise if you play a promo character to play it with another promo character.
Yeah, because they're not balanced for tournament play, so they're a little weird. This is Prince Elian. He is from Summoner Wars. If you've ever played that, he's the Phoenix Elves dude, I believe. Yeah, we've got two characters from Mage Wars. We've got Redrick and Iskra, the Warlord and the Warlock, respectively. Very, very cool. Neato. Sorry for that. We've got a couple characters from what's called Red Horizon, which is a setting that Jasco uses for their Universal Fighting System, which is a sort of a similar idea of a game, but the gameplay is completely different. These guys, they remind me of Street Fighter characters. Very cool. We've got Takeshi Kamikaze, which I believe is...
I have no idea.
This is an original character by Fabio Fontes, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty cool. We've got Lucius, who's an original character by Nokomento. And then we've got...
But you should definitely take a look.
Oh, she's amazing.
Phenomenal.
And then we've got level 99's mascot, Eliza. Very cool. Very cool.
Eliza.
So,
I think that is it. And bubble wrap.
yay!
And for all those children out there.
So yeah, that was wow.
There's a lot in that box, like we said. It was.
I did
how many
pay.
pounds? Huh?
That was 14.5 pounds. And that. Oh man, I'm excited. I gotta organize all this.
That's good.
I gotta figure out how many sleeves I need.
Just a few.
Just a couple thousand.
So, if you can find somebody you like to back, it's always good to just keep supporting.
Yeah, level 99. The thing they did right after this was Pixel Tactics Deluxe. That's the next thing that's probably coming, probably a couple months for that.
And then now they're working on online.
BattleCon. Well, Millennium Blades was after that.
Oh,
so that's going to be probably 6 or so months down the line at least.
Because we've already backed that too. Right?
Oh, I backed the crap out of it.
Justin, myself, and TJ.
Yeah, we did what's called the 3 Gamers Pack, so you get 3 copies of the game.
And then we got
a
Matt.
couple extras.
I
got you to play Matt.
And then,
I'm gonna probably get. You wanted the expansion?
Yeah, I wanted the expansion too.
Okay.
I'm very into a card game about a card game with decks of plenty.
Yeah, it's kind of like a parody game of the whole Yu-Gi-Oh universe idea. Looks very tongue-in-cheek and hilarious.
I do always enjoy some tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, it's like it's a game about playing a card game and marketing card. It looks.
The main character is called Decks of Plenty. I don't know how much more you need to know.
I know, and he looks like Yugi Moto. But man, I am. Wow, this is so much.
What, 2 games plus all these new play styles?
2 games, 3 expansions for those games, 3 half mats, 10 promo characters, some pins, another game entirely, and 3 little micro games, and
a whole bunch of
freaking amazing poster,
and a new versions to play the game.
Oh, like a bazillion different game modes.
So,
I have to figure out how to store all this.
Well, we're gonna go do that. You guys have a great rest of the evening. If there's anything you want us to take a look at, talk about kickstarting, comment.
Yeah, comment. Let us know. We also have Facebook.
First Bites Reviews. Yeah, follow us on. I think we're on Twitter, Instagram. Now we
yes.
We have a Facebook. Come and like us.
We'll put them down there.
You have to put those down there.
Very easy.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We're the Pizza Knights. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hi, me again. Next day. Anyway, this is Armory. I just wanted to show you because I opened everything, so I wanted to show you some other things. First off, I wanted to show you how the new base's art style. If you notice there, they've got a red dude and a blue dude, and they're really awesome. And if you want to compare that to one of the older bases, I'll actually pull out the, glare. I'll actually pull out the, there we go. I'll actually pull out the, tag base in a second to show you, but I wanted to show you, I really like the new bases. They're much more colorful. I just like the fact that they're so much more animated. They seem much more video gamey. One thing I didn't know is if these Armory cards also work in Battle Quest, the sort of dungeon crawl mode of BattleCon. I just need to figure that out. I mean, I'm going to sleep them either way. That card's hilarious. But yeah, these are a bunch of the light and shadow passive ability characters. They have a gold and a shadow version. The shadow one is the EX, and the gold one is Almighty. There are rules for doing like a handicap duel or a 1v3 or something like that, because there are corresponding bases that go with the characters. These specifically. They give you one set of foil EX and one set of foil Almighty, which I think is the coolest thing in the world. There's also a standard set back there. I don't know if the foil ones were specifically for Kickstarter because they weren't outside the box, they were in the box, so I imagine you get this if you buy Light and Shadow, which is super freaking awesome. Extended stuff, I mean, you just get... Oh, it's hard doing this with one hand. Oh, it's so difficult. There we go. There we go. You get the alternate art standees, which have absolutely beautiful artwork. As usual, that's Fabio Fontes, and that is Nocamento, I believe. You've got some extra strikers in here. I already opened these. You got all the extra stuff, some extra the costume alternate abilities, and down there are some more arenas. Ignore that pile of sleeves. That's what I'm working on. Those are a bunch of promo characters. Fate and War, very similar to like Devastation, but not that spectacularly messy. I usually throw out the inserts anyway because I just bag everything. This box is not actually Star Realms, that's just extra cards I'm not using. I'm actually going to put the old artwork bases in there just to have extra sets, but I'm not going to keep them sleeved because I will be using the new artwork bases because they're so awesome. But yeah, this was a little progress. I think all I have left to do is get some of the colored sleeves because I have enough clear ones for the double-sided cards and such. I need some blue ones, some red ones, some gold ones for the armory cards. Need to do some research on rules for things, but otherwise, yeah, no, I'm absolutely loving all this stuff. So yeah, that's enough of me interjecting these silly little hand cam things. So I'll let you go back to your lives. This video is long enough. I just wanted to show you a more detailed view of some of the components and how awesome they are and how excited I am to start using all these. Once again, highly recommend any of you. I mean, you don't have to get all of them. Get the ones that interest you. So if you have War, get War Extended. It gives you more options for your characters. You have Devastation, get Devastation Extended. If you want to try some Handicap Duel or stuff like that, or like EX Almighty, get Light and Shadow. If you just want extra like bases, and there actually is some really neat game modes in that book. Someone called Deck Duel that I'm actually reading about that sounds super fun. But there's like, you can customize your fighters' weapons and new bases and weapon bases. So yeah, and as always, I'm on the quest to constantly bling out this game because this is my favorite game of all time. So yeah, but I'll let you go back to your nonsense, YouTube. Thanks for sticking around, though. Oh god, if you heard that, that was the fan, and I apologize. It is really hot in this side of my apartment because ventilation? What's that? Oh, it's over in the family room. That's right. Okay, well, I'll stop blabbering. Bye, my lovelies.